Hey guys, Ethan Roberts here. Do you realize how much money you could make if you could win 84% of your trades? Today on Mastering TQQQ Trading, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Today I'm going to show you how you can do a 2-day swing trade to make huge profits. So let me ask you something. Over the last year, take a guess of what was the percentage of days the TQQQ opened higher than the previous day's close. Was it 20.4, 45.8, 58.6, 67.1, 82.5, or 93% of the time? Well, how did you do? If you guessed 20.4, 45.8, 67.1, 82.5, or 93%, you would be. The correct answer is that TQQQ opened higher 58.6% of the time. Therefore, 41.4% of the time, TQQQ opens lower than the closing price from the previous day. Now, take a guess how often on those lower days the highest price of the day eventually exceeded the previous day's closing price. Would you say it was 31.4, 42.6, 59.8, 73.9, or 90.5% of the time? Well, if you guessed 31.4, 42.6, 73.9, or 90.5, you are. The correct answer is 59.8% of the time. So basically, almost 60% of the time, you could buy TQQQ right before the closing bell and then sell your shares right after the next day's opening bell with a profit. Now, let's look at the 40% of the time when you would show a loss upon the next day's opening. On those days, almost 60% of the time, the price would at some point during the day rise above your buy price to still give you a profit. So if you then profit approximately 60% of the days when TQQQ opened below the closing price of the previous day, that's 0.60 times 40%, or approximately 24% of the time. So now let's add these up. We're going to have 60% of the time when TQQQ opens higher than the previous close, and another 24% of the time when it's going to eventually rise above the previous close, the previous day's close. That totals out to 84% of the time, which means that if you use this technique, you should see profitable trades approximately 84% of the days that you swing trade TQQQ. Now, why does this happen? Well, there are several reasons why TQQQ rises most days and other times exceeds the previous closing price at some point. Number one, the stock market in general rises about 2/3 of the time. Number two, the NASDAQ 100 has very popular large cap companies that people want to own and people want to trade, such as Nvidia, Apple, Tesla, Meta, Microsoft, and many others. Number three, most buying takes place early in the morning between 9:30 and 10:30, so opening prices tend to rise most of the time. And number four, economic news and earnings usually come out in the pre-market and often boost prices. But what if you can't watch the market all day? You can't wait for the price to exceed your purchase price. Then what do you do? Well, at the opening, if your trade is down, simply set a limit order just slightly above your purchase price from the previous day. You might give up a bit of upside if TQQQ far exceeds your limit price, but at least you'll know that even on days when TQQQ opens lower, you can still hit your limit price for a small profit. Another note, on days when the market gaps up several dollars at the open, it may be wise to take your profits quickly. Often, TQQQ will pull back at least a dollar or more after a gap up opening. And you can usually get back in at a much lower price later on, assuming you have enough liquid funds in your account. Remember, markets have the T+1 rule, so you're going to need sufficient funds to make 2 trades a day. One is going to be closing the trade from the previous day near the opening, and then the second one is going to be to buy again near the close of the market on that day. Now, when should you buy TQQQ? You can place a market buy order within the last minute of the trading day. Often the price can move quite a bit during that minute, so wait as long as possible so the closing price is not too much different from your buy price. If you have a watch with a second hand, that works well, but if your trading platform shows seconds on it, then use that because that's probably going to be more accurate. Just be sure to place the trade before the closing bell rings so you can get it in. Now there's one caveat I have for you. Please note, just because a statistical model works approximately 84% of the time does not mean that the first few times you try this you can't lose money. This is a very volatile ETF, and if it were to begin a severe correction at the same time you initiate this strategy, you could actually lose money for several days before you profit. Therefore, I want you to start slowly, use only a small portion of your trading money, and gradually build that amount up only after you've obtained a good profit margin. Better yet, maybe paper trade this for a week or two and never trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Well guys, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like it and subscribe to my Mastering TQQQ trading channel. You might also want to join my Facebook group called Trading TQQQ, and I host live Mastering TQQQ trading courses on a regular basis. You can view a course outline and sign up for the next course, which starts Wednesday, October 15th, at the link below. So until next time, have a great trading day, and I'll see you soon.